Hello everybody, Jihad AM. How's it going? Hope all is well. Today we're talking about Luca. Uh, Luca is a Disney movie, Disney Plus. It's coming out on Disney Plus. I don't think it'll be coming out in theaters uh, unless everything cools down. But I think so far it's gonna be on Disney Plus. I watched this movie today with the kids, and I really, really like this movie. I mean, it was all right. There was a lot of wrongs and rights, but otherwise, the movie was great to watch. Really fun, really interesting, very funny. The kids loved it too. From what you can see in the trailers, you'll notice that it's a story of two boys, Luca and Alberto, Italian boys, Italian sea sea I don't want to say they call them sea monsters, but then the monsters call the people in the land monsters. So let's just say sea people. The story moves really fast, where they don't even introduce you to much of how they came to be and that kind of thing, which it was kind of confusing, but at the same time I picked it up very quickly. And yeah, so it was a story of two boys, Luca and Alberto. They meet under circumstances that were kind of strange, kind of just a way of life of how children usually meet each other, maybe in their neighborhood or something kind of that way. And then Alberto is the more kind of tougher kid, where he's let's say jari, or he's in Arabic we say jari, which is he's more liable to do things kind of without thinking much, like he's easily gonna go and do it without having a second thought about it, while Luca is more think first, act after. And both boys were influencing each other, kind of in that way. I read an article that said that put it in a nice way, that said it's a coming of age story of two boys. So coming of age meaning they're getting out of their feet, they're starting to meet the world and understand themselves and people at the same time, which is very right about this movie. This is exactly what this movie's about. At the same time they're meeting the world, they're actually meeting the human world, where it's weird that when they get out of the water, they turn into humans as well. Again, they don't get into much, and again, this is not a spoiler. It's in the trailer. You can see that they turn into boys. Yeah, they don't get into how and that happened or anything like that. Maybe part 2, you never know. There's an island where Alberto's living, and there was a poster there of a Vespa. It's a scooter. I don't know if you know what a Vespa is. It's a nice little funky scooter that I'm guessing is Italian made. It's very popular, even around the world. This is a very popular scooter. So yeah, so they both fell in love with it, and they just the whole story is about them trying to find or buy a Vespa, and they go through this kind of, because they are turned into boys, so they go into a city where there's a lot of kids, and the kids are gonna have a race and this kind of thing. And they meet they meet the parents of one of the kids, and it's got a funny little cat. I love how they have animals in a funny way in these movies. The same way as how they had it in the Mitchells versus the Machines. It was a fat dog. This time it was a really fat, angry, muscly cat that was shaped the same as the dad. And the dad was really cool. He was a big guy, really big guy. And he was missing an arm. And he was a fisherman too. Yeah, I don't want to get into much spoilers other than that, because that's how far the trailer goes. Otherwise, I want to get into just some of the details of maybe the age rating, where I feel it's a really good movie for kids. It's really enjoyable. I mean, there is that part at the beginning where they tell them to defy the parents, and that, well, they don't tell them, they do defy the parents by, the parents were gonna send, they told him not to go up to the land, to the people's, to the main people's areas, and not to leave the sea. But Luca and Alberto, they do it anyway, and they ran away, and because the parents were gonna send Luca away, kind of thing, so he doesn't get into trouble. So he quickly ran away from home and that kind of thing. So there was that aspect of it, but I'm sure if you're there to help to tell your kids maybe why, things like that, and it's just a movie, da da da, you know, the things we say to our kids. So yeah, and you know, it has to be in these movies. They always have to defy the parents, you know, and I guess it's true to life as well. Sometimes that we do defy our parents at the beginning. There, we try to make our own life and our path, kind of thing. The movie is rated parental guidance, but I would say it is more of a G-rated movie than a PG-rated movie. It's a lot of fun. I think the kids enjoyed it a lot, and I enjoyed it a lot. There's nothing weird happening. There's no, they speak in Italian sometimes, so maybe they have a couple of Italian swear words. But other than that, there's nothing that you find kind of weird. It's very lovable. The characters are very lovable. They teach a couple of nice things too in the movie, other than the kids running away, of course. They do teach a few morals. So I would definitely recommend this movie. Watch it with the kids. It's fine, no issues there. You're gonna love it. I did read another article that described this movie quite well. If you watch any animes from Studio Ghibli or Ghibli, I don't know how to say it. This is the American version of a studio, or let's say a Disney version of a Studio Ghibli or Ghibli movie. That's how I would describe it too. It's really crazy. The idea of a fish boy or fish people coming up to land and turning into humans, and without even telling us how, kind of thing, you know. So yeah, it's really good movie. I really enjoyed it, and I'm sure you will too. I just want to remind you too, since we got to the end, my name is Jihad again. I want to do some YouTube videos here and there on many different topics. I want to get to at least 50 videos. So during this time, I'm just trying things. So please, if you like this, like it, subscribe, give me some positive vibes in the comments. Yeah, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.